For today's Criterion Collection review, we are talking about Portrait of a Lady on Fire. If you don't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and never miss a video. We have daily content including movie reviews and so much more. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Now, this is a film that came out in 2019, one that I did not see when it first came out. It's a film that I discovered through the Criterion Collection, one that I purchased. It sat on my shelf for about a month or two, maybe three, before I actually got a chance to watch it. Now, this is a film that I seen on Amazon. I was scrolling through some Criterion films that had on sale. I thought it sounded really interesting, and this really kind of pulled my attention, so I purchased it. This is a film that I see on a lot of people's top 4 on Letterboxd. Now, you know, like me, I do scroll on social media sometimes and doom scroll, and I think there's a trend that I see that I actually do really like is that people, like on TikTok, so that they post their Letterboxd, and they're like, instead of posting your Instagram, post your Letterboxd, and let's normalize it. So every time I see somebody do that, I always check out their Letterboxd and follow them. And in doing so, I see a lot of people have this film in their top 4, and it really kind of drove me like, okay, I definitely need to watch this sooner rather than later now, because everybody seems to be like loving this film. I have to see what is the hype, or like not even the hype, like what is the love and admiration of this film. So I watched this film, and I have to admit, it is one of the most beautifully shot films I've ever seen. Now, when I say that, I mean we're talking cinematography, just the overall capturing of the scenes. Your opening scene, and I'm trying to get too nerdy with it, but the opening scene is just chef's kiss. You have this scene where they're on, they're rowing across the ocean. Again, this film takes place, I believe, sometime in the 1800s. So again, transportation completely different. So they're on this boat and they're running across the ocean. And it has this gorgeous shot of the ocean, but more importantly so is just the way the shot is. It might even make you a little seasick because it's not shot from a bigger boat parallel, and they're doing like an angle pan shot. No, they're actually on another canoe, and the camera moves with the canoe. So every like time the waves come through, and like the camera is with the same wavelength, I guess, or the same motions of the canoe, so you really get an intense feel of like you're there. And it's so intense it actually might give you motion sickness a little bit. But I absolutely love it. I think it's just it really kind of gives you a feel of what kind of film you're in for. Because yes, this film is a love story, but it's very much a art house kind of story, or an art house film that is very detailed on being story driven, but also being a artistically visual film, and everything is just so well done in that aspect. The performances are phenomenal. The story itself takes place about a mother who hires an artist to come paint a portrait of her daughter to give to her soon-to-be husband. Now, it's an arranged marriage. She never met the man, and she is very against this marriage because it was originally her sister who was supposed to be married but had an untimely death, which the film hints on. It was that she took her own life because she didn't want to marry this man, and the daughter doesn't let any painters paint her because she's trying to prolong or postpone this marriage. Now, it's really, the story is really about the between the painter and the model, or the woman in which she was supposed to be married, and their relationship. And the film, it has a very slow burn, but in the best possible way. And you really get an in-depth look at these characters and one of the most truest forms of love and admiration through their relationship. And overall, it just has this crispness to it that is so defined. It's very much an art house film. It's very much a slow burn, but it does so in such a way that it's completely captivating. Now, yes, this film is not going to be for everybody. It's not a Hollywood blockbuster or a a timeless love story like Titanic, where it's going to be very much a popcorn flick. It's not in that sense it's not in that realm of storytelling, but it definitely captivates everything that the film is trying to portray at the highest possible level. And with that being said, I would give this film a must-see review. It's something that I think that anybody who truly adores film and loves the more artistical side of film is going to love this film, because again, it's firing on all cylinders, but it's on a different parallel frame of how storytelling is done, and it captivates and fulfills every part to the fullest extent of what they were trying to accomplish with this film. And I absolutely adore it, and I cannot wait to watch this film again. Have you saw it? What are your thoughts? Comment below. Let me know.